Let's talk about the muscles of the torso. We're going to start talking about the pectoralis major. So here's your pectoralis major right here. Pectoralis major is right there. On this model here, we can see pectoralis major. Here is the sternum bone. Here is the clavicle bone. And then right here, let me hold this. Right here, we see the pectoralis major on top. And we see underneath, this is the pectoralis minor. Pectoralis minor. Intercostal muscles. We can see intercostal muscles right here. So here are the ribs. Here, 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 here. Now here are the intercostals. Let's move on. We have intercostal muscles also exposed right here as well. And we have the ribs right here, right here, right here, right here. Costal cartilage right here. Now, serratus anterior. We can see the serratus anterior muscles right here, right here, right here, right here. Remember that serratus anterior muscles or serratus ventralis muscles are going to be on top of ribs, whereas the intercostal muscles here, here, here are going to be between the ribs in the intercostal spaces. Here we see a better view of the serratus ventralis or anterior muscles. Serratus ventralis or anterior muscles right here. Serratus ventralis or anterior muscles. Pectoralis major again. Let's do the abdominal aponeurosis. Abdominal aponeurosis is just a sheet of connective tissue, much like the epicranial aponeurosis. So this white sheet of connective tissue here. This whitish sheet of connective tissue. There we go. Linea alba is this line that goes right down through here. Linea alba. Linea alba. Rectus abdominis, it's a six-pack muscle. Rectus abdominis. Tendinous intersection. Right there. Right there. Right there. They run transverse to the linea alba. Linea alba runs right down through here, and then the tendinous intersection right here, right here, right here. Okay, right here we see the external oblique, and we see this abdominal aponeurosis present here covering the rectus abdominis. Now, if you cut through that and then reflect it back, we see the internal oblique here. We see the fibers are running. We see that the fibers are running in a different direction, as we see here with the external oblique. Here's your external oblique here, And here is your internal oblique. See, the fibers are running in a little bit different direction here. Let's flip this over now to expose the transversalis or transversus abdominis. So here is your transversalis muscle or transversus abdominis. See, fibers running transverse. And next I want to show you the diaphragm muscle. So remember that the diaphragm muscle is going to divide the thoracic cavity from the abdominal pelvic cavity. Diaphragm. And let's do the trapezius muscle, or the traps. Here is the trapezius muscle right here on this model. It's a diamond-shaped muscle of the upper back. Right here, we can see it on this model here. Diamond-shaped muscle of the upper back. Trapezius muscle of the traps. Latissimus dorsi. Here is the latissimus dorsi muscle here. Lower back muscle, latissimus dorsi. There, latissimus dorsi. And then we have the infraspinatus muscle. That's this muscle right here. Infraspinatus. And then we have the teres major and minor on this model. Teres major and minor, infraspinatus, and then you have your trapezius muscle. Now, let's go over to this model here, which shows it a little bit better, in my opinion. So, right here, the latissimus dorsi has been removed. It's been cut in this model, and it's been removed. And we can see that we have the intercostal muscles here, and here, and here, and here. Here are the ribs. And we also see the serratus anterior ventralis muscles as well in this model. Now, right here, we have the infraspinatus here, and then the teres major and minor muscles. Teres major and minor muscles. And right here, this right here would be the lumbodorsal fascia or the thoracocolumnar fascia. Okay, let's move on to these muscles in the neck region. Sternocleidomastoid. Easy one to identify right here. Sternocleidomastoid right here. Okay. We have this muscle right here. This muscle is the sternohiatus right here. This is the sternohiatus. This one right here is the amniohyoid right here. Sorry. Sternohiatus, amniohyoid. Now, we have the scalenus medius. This muscle right here. Here is the scalenus medius. This little bitty muscle right here is the scalenus anterior. And this muscle right here would be the scalenus posterior. Scalenus anterior, scalenus medius, which you can see pretty good, and then the scalenus posterior. Okay, this muscle behind here, this muscle would be called the levator scapulae, right here. This is the levator scapulae, right here. Levator scapulae. And this muscle right here is the splenius capitis. Splenius capitis. And here is your trapezius again. So remember, scalenus anterior, scalenus medius, and scalenus posterior. This is the brachial plexus right here, just for reference. This muscle right here is the sternocleidomastoid. This muscle here would be the sternohyoidus muscle, and then your omnial hyoid right here. And that's it for the muscles of the torso and the neck.